In the world of defensive tactics, there's a lot of different terminology. You'll hear some people say self-defense, and you'll hear some people say self-protection, and when I would hear these things, I would think, man, this is all the same thing. Why are we, using all these different words to describe the same thing? But is it the same thing? The more I think about it, the more I realize it's not, and I want to share with you why. Stick around. A few weeks back, I did a short book review on When Violence is the Answer by Tim Larkin. And I said in that video that you're going to hear references to this book in my content. That book had way too much information to squeeze into a 5-minute review. But I do believe the book is a work of art, and I believe it is a staple in this area of discussion. I did a video once titled, "What is the best fighting style for the street?" And the conclusion of that video is that violence in whatever form is necessary is the best style for the street. Now, Tim Larkin, the author of When Violence is the Answer, believes in using the term self-protection versus self-defense. And at first I was like, dude, what's the difference? But here's the difference. Intention. I'll always believe that the one with the most intention and commitment is the most dangerous in these situations. The reason why the attacker in most cases has great advantage over its prey is its intention. It comes forth with intention. It's driving right through the target without hesitation, full speed ahead. If you and I are ever to survive something like that, we have to have the same violent intention in the face of that challenge. If someone is coming after your life, your mindset has to change. When our life is on the line, we can't just have a reactive mindset. When we're in that situation, we have to accept it, and we have to operate in the highest level of killer instinct to survive these things. One thing Tim Larkin refers to in his book as well is having the ability to think like a criminal without being a criminal, because that's the dangerous thing about criminals is their intention and their commitment to do what they want to do. In that situation, we can't be like this mentally. When it comes to sports, we understand the mindset of defense, but it's got to be deeper than that when we're trying to live. This is why I've always said that a few good self-defense moves is not what we need to survive a killer who has full intent on our demise. Some of the greatest protection is a savage offense when it's clear that we are in a threatened position. This is why I absolutely believe in making the first strike, making the first move when it's evident that this is happening. If all we do is react or defend, we're going to be at a huge disadvantage most of the time. With the exception of using the term self-defense in a hashtag for the sake of the algorithm or the niche or the category, I'm abandoning the term self-defense. And I too believe the better terminology is self-protection, because the best protection is a solid offense that matches violence for violence, but even more violence if it's necessary to survive. I no longer want to think of myself as somebody who is being on the defense from a forward-moving aggressor with clear intention for my destruction, because I just don't see how there's any upper hand in that. Maybe very few cases, but in most, no. Predators with the intent on attacking are at an advantage. The prey is at a disadvantage unless the prey is prepared and is committed to just as much violence. And I can't associate that mindset with just a mere self-defense outlook. If it is self-defense, well, hopefully it'll come out that way in court. But when you're in the battle, this is a matter of self-protection. Protection that uses all faculties that are available and drives forward and is committed to dishing out whatever pain and violence is necessary to get out of that situation. So is there a difference between self-defense and self-protection? Yes, everything. And just as it says in that book, in most cases, violence will not be the answer. But when violence is the answer, make no mistake about it, it's the only answer. There's social violence, there's asocial violence. Social violence oftentimes can be de-escalated or walked away from. But in this video, I'm talking about asocial violence. Violence that comes to you no matter what. And your outlook on how you're going to deal with that is very important. And you've got to think differently than just a few good defense moves or simply defending. You've got to go through your target as much as they're coming through you if you want to live. Take care.